India plans to fell ancient forest to create 40 new coalfields.
Here's a summary of the article.
Under a new, self-reliant India plan by the Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, to boost the economy post-COVID-19 and reduce costly imports, 40 new coalfields in some of India's most ecologically sensitive forests are to be opened up for commercial mining. The coal industry in India is state-owned, but this auction of 40 new coal blocks will see the creation of a privatized, commercial coal sector in India. While across the world governments have geared towards a green recovery, post-COVID-19, the United Nations Secretary-General, Antonio Guterres, said recently there was no good reason for any country to include coal in recovery plans. India is putting fossil fuel at the forefront of its strategy to turn the pandemic into economic opportunity. Why cannot India be the world's largest exporter of coal? Asked Modi as he announced the coal auction project. While India is the world's second largest consumer of coal, and annually imports 247 metric tons, costing more than $20 billion, India's electricity demand is forecast to fall by up to 15% over the next 5 years due to the economic reverberations of COVID-19. India is the world's cheapest producer of solar power, and the cost of constructing a new solar plant is 14% less than that of building a new coal plant. With proper investment, it has been estimated that the solar energy industry could generate as many as 1.6 million jobs in India by 2022, far more than would be generated by domestic coal.
This post received a score of 20,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Well, looks like my pension plan of global destruction just got a whole lot more secure.
India is the world's cheapest producer of solar power, and the cost of constructing a new solar plant is 14% less than that of building a new coal plant. From the article,
they have so many small villages, solar is a great idea. I wish humanity stopped burning coal altogether. What are we, naughty children?
Earth, stick with the evil that you know.
I swear to God, the downfall of the human race is going to be our inability to deal with each other in anything other than bad faith.
I have found that the greatest tragedy of humanity is that we are rich in compassion, yet poor in perspective.
The person who made that statement missed the nature of humanity by a mile.
How about, we are rich in spite and poor in empathy?
I like what you wrote.
How do you even work?
It basically shows you the sentences with the most popular words. From the bots FAQ reference to calculate the occurrence of each word in the text. 3. Assign each word with points depending on their popularity. 4. Detect which periods represent the end of a sentence. E.g., Mr. does not. 5. Split up the text into individual sentences. 6. Rank sentences by the sum of their words points. 7. Return X of the most highly ranked sentences in chronological order.
Someone should program it to respond with this when someone asks it how it works.
1. Search for how do in replies. 2. Copy-paste response. Then, program a response to your response for an infinite loop.
This is depressing because it's actually going to interfere with the future security of everyone, not just India. Just watch how many are already affected by large floods in the region. Uprooting forests and coal will just make it worse.
We're going to have climate wars in 20 years. People aren't panicking yet, but as we get closer to the deadline, they will. We'll do everything we can to go green, and then we'll look at the rest of the world and see what they're doing as climate terrorism. Build a new coal plant? We drop a bomb on it. The tide is already turning. Remember before when climate change denial was common? Now 70% of Americans say they think it is happening and 60% say they are worried about it. Those numbers are only going up.
I think more realistic is that countries will sell water to other countries for very high prices. A very high price still costs less than a war.
When we are teetering on the edge, and your country is doing something that's going to cause catastrophic damage to my country, there is going to be a war. Drones taking out coal plants is a lot cheaper than the effects climate change.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.